Hello and welcome back to the Space Engineers Group Survival with SwoodyCraft, TerrorFreeze, CosmicChimp, and myself. And yes, at the moment I'm still alone. I'm on the red planet and currently trying to build a base. Off camera, I got a bit of a start. I had actually recorded a bit of a time lapse, but without a spectator account, second account, doing the whole spectator thing is a little bit of a hit or miss thing. It doesn't always work out that well. So I'll just give you a quick tour of what I've done. Please excuse the latency warning in the top there. For some reason, the server seems to be having, or maybe it's my connection. Something is not quite right. But anyhow. Um, First of all, head rig. I added on some solar panels. As you can see, it's nice and light out there, and obviously I picked the most, probably one of the darkest places ever. I don't even know if this will get any sun here. We'll have to find out. What else did I do? I think, oh I stuck on some landing gear again, because, it might be useful in case I get a hard landing again. Next, in creative mode, I quickly slapped in this base blue floor here, most of it anyways, to get it to kind of merge into the landscape the way it did. And then I started building. I actually carved out a bit of a section here just by hand. I haven't like done anything like with the beam drill or something. What I really could do is stick a beam drill somewhere and point it. That's a common tactic, but for that I need a bit more of the base to actually be operational. As you can see here, I've kind of got this entryway going in here. I still have to figure out maybe some of the transition back there. I was thinking of going up from this bar. Obviously I still have to do this side, so I have to carve out some. I might carve this side out with a beam drill. There's this kind of slanted glass slash beam idea that I saw. I think Wasted Space did it with one of his, it was like a 4-player group let's play that they were doing. And I kind of like that look, so I might do the same thing. As you can see, obviously I have it covering the entire floor of this little, I don't even know what you would call this. It's not really a valley, but whatever this is, this space, I should say. Over here I have started, I've also had to by hand, let me turn on my lights. Oh, there we go, that actually helps a little bit. I carved out kind of a section there. I might have to carve out some more, maybe carve out a rectangular section there. Again, a beam drill would be quite useful for that, I would think. Although, problem is right now the beam drill's depth doesn't work. So it'll just keep drilling until it stops, or goes out the other side, which is not what I'm looking for. I put on just 6 assemblers right now, just the skeletons of. I'll put 6 more on top, and that'll give me, I think I put 3 gap between. It should give me enough room to do everything, and then I have to plumb everything up. One thing I'm wondering about is I kind of, in a silly way, I want to plumb it in from below. I'll show you the down below area in a second. If you remember, there was a big hole, if you will, down there, so there should be plenty of room. So these assemblers, if I were to cut out the hole below them right now, they would just fall, so I'd probably have to temporarily support them or just redo it. Then here I have currently 6 refineries with, again, a 3 gap in between, so I should be able to put all of the upgrades on here, and I should be able to continue that way with more refineries if I need them, and continue that way with more assemblers if I need them. Now I want to make this whole thing airtight. Actually, I want to make the whole space airtight, which is going to be a challenge, seeing as rock is permeable in this game, and so it doesn't create an airtight seal. So I would have to build a wall coming out of somewhere here and following along all the way there. I might just have to, I don't know, I'll figure that out. Maybe I'll make it kind of at an angle or something. I'll see about that. So first things first though, for this, so obviously coming through here, I might actually make this hangar slightly taller so that the headway can come in easily. But S hangar doors will close those up, which will make it nice and airtight. And then coming in, I might have the hangar go all the way to the back, so that'll be kind of a large hangar space, probably covered with glass all the way along the top to try to utilize some of the light that we do get here. And then here I actually have two different reactors. They're not built yet, obviously, but the one is XPAR. So they have a whole bunch of rather interesting looking things. I actually used this one, and I think I might be using. Oh no, okay. I used these batteries in the Hedwig. These guys are nice because if you grind them down, you actually get the parts back for it, I believe. And then there is the other one. Let me go reactor. There's these azimuth mods, and they have this gray one is sitting over here, which I believe is in the Halcyon. Actually, I think Halcyon might have a mixture of both of these. So they're both really cool options. There's this fusion reactor thing. I think they do have a, I don't know. There's azimuth reactor. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of reactors. So I might be combining potentially something with these guys and that, so I have to figure that out. I might just plunk at least a reactor in here to begin with, just to get a starting point, so I can get this base at least powered up. So to-do list. I'm gonna think for the immediate, like just quick, getting this thing up and running. I obviously need storage. I need a spot for the Hedwig to dock. So I'm not sure exactly. I mean, this hangar space could be quite large. So maybe what I should do is kind of mark off the just a one high wall all the way back for the Hedwig. And then to build some of these things is just so tedious, and I'd have to be cutting away all the time. So that's why the nanite control factory is a really useful mod, especially for trying to do game videos, because it will merely continue to build stuff while you are doing other work. So maybe priority would be a nanite factory, or maybe starting with a reactor, a nanite factory, some kind of a storage, and go from there. Now this corner over here, I mean, I could put reactors over there and I could put storage over here, so there's plenty of room. I mean, it's not like I have a lack of or problem with space, and that's just giving this all one level. I haven't gone up yet, and I obviously haven't gone down. Now I'll go and show you this quickly. It's a little bit futile because honestly there's no light down here, so you can barely see. But if you look down here, you can see that this is a significant sized space. It can be quite disorienting down here, obviously. That is actually the front, so you can see the little piece I put in there to block that off. Oh yeah, I made another hole here at one point. I was coming down here before, and I got disoriented as to where exactly I was in the space down there. So okay, maybe first things first. Let's get a reactor built. I'm gonna need a reactor built anyways, regardless. And I'm wondering if I should just maybe build. Hang on, let me have a look here and see. So the this is the large XPAR reactor, 800 reactor components, and the rest doesn't look too terrible. And then if I look at the azimuth fusion reactor, ooh, 6,000. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that's quite a lot more, isn't it? One thing I kind of wish they would show you is it doesn't tell you, unless you go look on the website or something, it doesn't actually tell you what production you can expect out of these. But so maybe I will for now just build one of these guys, and for now get rid of this thing here. Let me see. So I need, the key things I need here would be 800 reactor components, which I don't remember exactly what I need for that. So let me go and have a look and see, because obviously for now I'm going to have to build everything on the Hedwig. I can always fly the Hedwig over there, obviously. So let's see. Reactor components production. I almost remember what they look like. No, that's detector component. There, reactor components. Gravel. I need gravel. Iron I have, silver I have. Okay, let me look and see what I do have. I might actually have to go and do some mining quickly. Let me see, I have... Okay, I've got a fair amount of iron. And I do not have any... Well, that second stone there is actually gravel. So I am... Oh, look at my gold's almost used up. I know where that is at least. I guess I use that really quickly. Oh, there was the superconductor components. I think that used gold. Okay, so I've got my work cut out for me. I need to get some gravel. I need to get some gold. And that's... No, actually I don't need gold right away. But, okay, so I will just do some mining quickly. As you well know, that is not exactly the most enjoyable part of watching in the game. So I will do that real quick, and I will be back in a jiffy. And I'm back at the base. I have no idea how long I've been recording. This is going to be fun editing this thing. So here we are. I need a bunch of things. So how about I start grabbing stuff, and you know what? Okay, hang on. I probably don't build that thing just as it's sitting there. You know what? Why not? It's just a reactor. I just need power right now. I can always move it later, I guess. So let me build that guy. Reactor components. I need to get this thing hooked up and then get a get a container going and everything. So let me do this. Hang on. I think I'm probably still stuck in the assembler because there's no room. There they are. I just saw it. 126. I don't know. 126 is even close. Let me go and look. Might have to rethink this. I need 800. Ah, yeah. No, okay, it's not even close. So let me. I'm gonna put in a connector coming up maybe right over here, and get the Hibber hooked up, and I'll be back after I'm done with that, because it's going to take a few minutes, and you've seen people build connectors before. That's nothing new, right? So be right back. Alrighty then. So, terrible part job there. Notice how skew I'm at an angle, whatever. But yeah, built connector, went down underneath large cargo container. I just built a small azimuth reactor. Set this guy up to just contain. I set him up as term, component, or ingot, so he would just share some of the load, as it were. Nothing else is obviously built yet. But the key thing is I now have a large container, which is not even, just partially full, so that's good. Also, what that means is if I look at my other containers on the ship, you can tell that I have plenty of room now on those two, or an ingot in this, so it's like 10,000 whatever, which means the ship will weigh less, will move easier, and I'll be able to do stuff with it. So that is all really great. So now, what do we do next? Be honest, I'm thinking this is probably going to be long enough for one episode. I will certainly get right back to it after this and make Igor, I think would be the next thing. And then I'm going to have to figure out a more dedicated mining ship, I think, because this thing just doesn't cut it. I could just literally be a platform with the beam drill on it, and maybe some large reactors or something bigger, so that it can handle the power drain. So much work to do. I might, in between episodes, I might also just flesh out some of the walls. As you can tell right now, obviously these pieces are just temporarily stuck in there, so I was actually thinking of sticking the cargo containers on that side. But if I can kind of maybe what I'll do is just get like a one by wall, and kind of run it like the layout that I'm looking for. So when I'm done with that, I will be back and we'll continue this adventure. If you liked it, please press the likes up. Wow. Please press the like button. Wow. If you didn't, well, tell me why, please. Comments. I'm learning as I go here. Obviously subscribe. That's really it. And as always, thanks for watching.